Hey Clashers, Rev here. Today's video is about going back to the basics. I'm going to go over a few pointers on how to scout a base and plan an attack. Most of you guys should already know these tips and know how to attack a base at a Town Hall 9 level. Some of you, this would be a great refresher, and for the new up-and-coming Town Hall 7s and 8s, this will be a great perspective on how to plan your attack when you're at Town Hall 9. So let's dive right into it. I want to scout out some Town Hall 9 bases on our current war. Yes, that was my Town Hall 8 that you were looking at with max capacity on all storages. I'm just almost hitting the button there to go to Town Hall 9. So three main pointers when you're looking at a base and planning out how to attack it. One is, where is the CC? There are a few pointers on what to do with that I'll go into detail in a little bit. Second pointer is, where are the heroes? But more specifically, where is the queen? Because usually for most ground attacks you want to enter queenside first. If there are some caveats to that, one is if you're doing a queen walk, you don't want to start right at the entry point where the queen is. You want to walk towards the queen, but that's another video for another day. Second caveat is, if you're doing an air attack, then you typically may not always want to go at the queen side. You want to look where the ADs are positioned, but I haven't seen a good air raid in a very long time since they nerfed it. Majority of attacks now, 99.9%, is full on ground. Third point is your entry point. Where do you want to start your attack? And that's critical in deciding on what to bring in terms of jumps or quakes. Okay, so looking at this base right here on number 5, he's put his CC over here on the top right hand corner, and his queen is just to the left of that. So you can choose to trigger the queen, trigger the CC, and then start attacking here at this entry wall. That's where I would go in, towards the queen side. The queen will pull all your troops towards the middle. Okay, cycling through, next base. So looking at this space here, you can see that the CC is kind of deep in there. It is sort of triggerable if you attack this side. Look at where the queen is. She's sort of in the core there with the king. I would probably attack queen side on this base, starting at this wall here, moving in, throwing your jump spell in this little corner between the wizard and the gold storage. You can also probably attack it from the 7 o'clock position over here where the Dark Spell Factory is as well, and jump in through there. So there's two multiple ways of attacking this square style base. Okay, moving on to the next one. So this one's a little different. He's put his CC out here, which is triggerable, and then he's got his queen all the way in the right side here. So what I'd like to do on bases like this is something that April has done a lot, which is she'll trigger the CC by throwing a giant or whatever troop she necessary to trigger it, and then start her attack on the queen side over here and drop the golems. That way you don't start attacking the queen and having the CC troops come out afterwards, and by that time, maybe you don't have enough wizards to go in deep enough to protect your golems, which are going to get wiped out by the CC. So by triggering the CC and then starting your attack on the right side, you're going to take out both the queen and the CC at the same time. So that's a very effective way of using the trigger and lure technique. Move on to the next base. So again, another square style base with the CC, heroes, and core in the middle. This base, he's got a little square gap in here. I'm sorry guys, but this war coming up here against the Eggy Heroes 1. This is going to be an easy war for our Town Hall 9s, because number 5 had a very weak base, and looking at their number 8 here, these bases. I understand they are. I guess they're regular raid bases, but based on these designs, I'm not expecting anything fancy when it comes to War Day, because here we go. There's a little hole there for you to trigger this bit, the CC, and which I would take advantage of. Throw an archer there. You'd be surprised to see if a Tesla, maybe it'll trigger a bomb or some sort, get out of the way, trigger the CC, and start your attack. So in this case here, 6 o'clock position is good, all the way right up to about 9 o'clock. So you can start your attack anywhere between this little builder hut down here to this other builder hut over there. and that would be again a very easy way to enter that base. Moving on to this next one, might be my last example. He's put his CC all the way at the bottom here and his queen in the middle. So once again, I would do an April technique on this one. Let's just coin it for the day. I would trigger the CC and start my attack at the top position here around 11 o'clock and enter in. Just because you do want to get the queen out of the way, because she can be a real bitch if you don't. Alright guys, so 3 main points. 1, trigger the CC. If the CC is not triggerable, you want to bring a poison, because once you get deep in there, you want to throw that poison on the CC troops to slow them down. Town Hall 10s, use a freeze. Freeze those bastards. Second point is, where are the heroes? In this case, she's down there. More specifically, where is that queen? Get to her first, and you'll have a higher chance of 3-starring that base. Third point is where to enter a base. And the key about entering a base would decide on using a jump or a quake. The upside of using a jump is that it gives you one more spell to bring into the battle, and also Valks tend to really like jumps because it really kind of it's like a beacon, and it brings them in towards that. The benefit of a quake, you have a larger area that you can quake. It doesn't expire. Once you break down all those compartments with a quake, it's there, it's done, and your troops will most likely go in that position. So that's up to either the wall position or the troop composition that you bring that would determine if you bring a jump or a quake. But the entry point usually is always the same. So those are the 3 pointers, guys. Hopefully that helps. Happy clashing!